After 2 years, one diversion, one motorway closure, we're finally hoping to get on the ferry to Santander. It's the bare-faced biker. Here we are in our little cabin, and I'm feeling rough as a bear's behind. It has nothing whatsoever to do with being on a ferry. Well, I really can't fault Brittany Ferries. This is a lovely chilled way to get to Spain. Get on, have dinner, have a few beers, go to sleep, wake up, have breakfast, and you're in Spain. It really didn't feel like a long crossing at all. Highly recommend it. Just half an hour from Santander and we're straight into the twisties. Amazing. So having dipped into the Picos to whet our appetite, we arrived just along the coast at La Franca for our first night in Spain. Hotel number 1. Not too shabby at all, with its own private beach. So day 3 is a couple of 100 miles skirting the Picos, but essentially following the line of the coast. And more or less straight away, it's epic again. Break, not too shabby. in the middle of the road in the mist. See what I did there? Hoops you've done. Tunnels carved into the rock. Look at that, literally carved into the rock. Suffice to say, it had been another quality day's riding. Now you may have gathered this is a bit of a 5-star tour, and from here on we're staying in Paradors, which are state-run hotels in historic buildings. And they really are rather special. After exploring the monastery, it was time for a few beers and to find a bit of dinner ahead of our next big day. Leaving our first Parador under blue skies at 18 degrees, we begin day 4, which is a 2-wheeled pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. So after some fast roads and a boring bit, we arrive in Santiago de Compostela and take the wow factor to a whole new level. Day 5. Not too shabby a view from our room.
Straight out into the square by the lovely cathedral.
So day 5 is a fairly short and leisurely drop down to Baiona on the Atlantic coast, where we stop for a couple of days R&R, bit of bike maintenance and some lovely seafood.
We are in a bit of the outskirts of Santiago de Compostela, away from the tourist zone. After a nice leisurely day off around the pool and walking around Toon, enjoying some local seafood last night, we're ready for day 7 and the off. Pretty much spinning round now, going back inland onto Leon and then direction of Santander for the ferry home on Monday. Cracking. Leaving Baiona in slight rain and 18 degrees, when in the UK there is a heat wave. Here's the old border crossing, look. España. Welcome back to Spain.
Today involved a couple of 100 miles of smooth, twisty tarmac of the kind you drive for hours just to get to in the UK, and yet here it just seems to go on and on with nobody on it but us. Day 8, leaving El Bierzo, Camino roundabout. Up here, have a look at the castle, and some twisty routage over to Leon for our final Parador evening. Oh dear. And then back on the boat. It's gone all too quickly.
posse. Boys on tour. Oh, look at this, it's welcome. Look at this.
Ready, gents? Are we happy with the accommodation?
So after finding some dinner, we enjoyed our last evening of luxury in Lyon ahead of our run back to the ferry for the journey home.
Here we are on day 8 in beautiful Spain in torrential rain. Last day is a trip through the Picos. Fingers crossed this disappears.
Unfortunately, the rain stayed with us all day as we crossed the Picos, and while they're stunning in any weather, we didn't even stop to get a picture of the Mirador del Corso statue. Oh well, we'll just have to come again. So after a slightly rougher but just as easy crossing back, the fabulous trip was all too soon behind us. But if you haven't done the Picos, I really can't recommend it enough.
Come on, we can make that our parting finale. It's been very, very nice. Thank you, boys. You two have a nice night at your pub. See you soon.